Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I think it's still Wednesday, right? Hope you all are having an excellent day, week so far. It's the middle of the week, right? We are back to continue playing Spyro 2. At least that is the plan for the moment. You never know what could happen here. We could change our plan, do something else. I'm having a hard time shifting my brain, though. It's in the wrong gear. How do I get to the video game? The video game will normally help me get in the right gear. Hi, Nate. Oh, Nate's gonna get me to switch gears too. We can talk magic bands for a minute. Hold on. I don't know if you've had any luck or any success, but let me pull up something. I was thinking about sending it to you on Discord, but you're not looking to get any work done? That's fair. I'm not really sure I'll be getting any work done, but I can I'll show you this in case, I don't know, you decide to go down this path. I don't have a ton of updates, and this isn't entirely correct. Sorry, it's not on this machine by default, so I'm bringing it over here. Let's hit this button, and then hit this button, and then hit this. Sorry, my brain is... It was a very long day at work today. In fact, it shows up, like, if you go look at my I wonder if I broke 10,000 steps today. I bet I broke 10,000 steps at work today, which, that's not bad, all around. But, this is... I've been trying to figure out the proto for play custom animation. And ignore this part right here. This is not right at all. It's just a string of data, and I already know that, so ignore this. But I think and this is kind of the thing that I've been more focused on, trying to figure out what's going on. I think this is a pretty good representation of what's going on. The biggest questions are this one and this one, I believe. And technically, these three lines are kind of the big question at the moment. And what I'm worried about in terms of getting it to work is I'm worried that these are some form of signing. And that it's being signed by the Magic Band or by the app, depending on who's sending and receiving. And the reason I say that, and I don't think I have all of my code comparison here, but I was surprised to find out that, like, not like super surprised, but like the first 4 messages that the app sends the Magic Band when talking with it are always the same. They're always the same. It doesn't matter which Magic Band, they're always the same. And the way it responds from the Magic Band is pretty much always the same, except for the last message, which contains a serial or it contains the identifier for the watch and something else that looks like it might be a key of some sort. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't spent much time on it the last 2 days. Apparently I'm jumping right into this and getting hurt right away. Ow! I'm gonna die without even trying. Like I said, die without trying. So, yeah, it's gotten trickier, for sure. But I'm hoping to get there. Hey, Tech, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. Hope you had a good one.
Okay, Spyro. Looks like we got us a bit of a situation here. The breeze builders
I haven't done that either. That'd be a fun thing to do tonight.
volunteered to blow up their
On stream,
business
even.
building. Looks
But then I'd have to
like
figure out how to power this thing. That's a whole nother thing. Today was very good. You fixed your terminal? What turned out to be wrong? Oh, the birds are what are hitting me. I hadn't put that together. Oh, they're both hitting me. There's a lot of missiles in this level. Not a fan. I feel like I'm supposed to have, like, fireballs or something to, like, fight all these guys. Let's just... Oh, maybe that's what I need.
Cannon just ain't working for me. Do you think you can
Can I move the tank? It's kind of fun. I wish I could drive it. A lot was wrong. Okay, sounds like a good list. I'm glad you got it, though. Do-do-do. How hard would it be to go looking for the CLI tonight? That's a good question. Got to practice tonight for rehearsal tomorrow unless I magically memorize everything. I'll focus on that this evening. Cool. Magic bands can wait. They've gone almost 3 or 4 years without people, you know, doing what we've done so far, so I'm not too worried. There are some people that have gone down this trail, but I think we're past most of them at this point. And at least people who documented things online. Do-do-do. What was that balloon that I popped? Do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't like these birds. There we go. Oh, well, so, Nate, in all fairness, I've been working on the magic bands for 3 years now. But you did happen to come on board as I started to jump into when I started to jump into debugging with a Mac. That just started at the beginning of February. But no, the broadcast codes, that kind of thing I had figured out 2 years ago now, at least a good chunk of them. Be fun to get back to those too, just to clean them up a little bit. But one problem at a time. do. There's a lot going on in this level. Do. Oi, 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 oi. So today was the first day of state testing at my schools. And normally, in fact, this will happen in 2 weeks, there'll be a stream where we end up either streaming really late or streaming from a school because we'll be setting up the night before. Normally that happens before all the state testing occurs because we have a night where basically everybody comes in and makes sure that every single computer in the school is ready to go. And we've done that like every year for like the last 10 years. But this year, for some strange scheduling reason, they ran one of the tests beforehand, which resulted in kind of a rough testing morning because we hadn't had a chance to check everybody's computer before testing took place. So it was a lot of on the fly, trying to get it up and running. And it didn't help that we had given some instructions to the teachers to have the students do like a week ago. And they had like 5 different class periods where they could have gotten it done. And despite all of that, there was still at least one teacher who didn't even try, which was really frustrating. So there were about 20 or 30 kids that were completely not ready to test this morning. Kind of frustrating. Am I a teacher? No, I own an IT consulting company that happens to work for a lot of schools. So we're heavily involved in it. We also do web application development. As exciting as that sounds. I used to joke if it involves a computer, we probably do it. It's not entirely true, but there's very little we don't do. And most of it is something that requires a license to do. And I guess I do teach an after-school class every now and then, but it's mostly employee recruitment. do. I think there's a cat sound as part of this song. Wait, did I not blow that up yet? Yeah, in fact, 3 of my schools run something called free PBX. It's an asterisk-based PBX system. We do SIP trunking with them, and then they control all the phone lines.
Wow, what an explosion! It sure is a good thing I had my helmet on.
And then we've got a cloud-based PBX too, I guess. That's also running free PBX. What makes you ask that question? We somehow missed every single gem. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Oh, there's 2 of them. I don't know what's going on here. Let's talk to this guy. He looks like he has gems.
My name is Little Bo Peep, and I've lost my cowlicks. With these battles going on all of the time, they keep running away. Can you help me get them back into my pen?
I can try. Yeah, no, free PBX is, at least in my mind, a pretty good way to go. You'll need something for trunking, for the phone numbers. And it's, I mean, relatively speaking, like, if you use, SipStation, which is free PBX's, go-to, trunk thing or whatever, it has, like, direct integration to the point where you go open up a SipStation account, you put the account number into the free PBX server, and you're off and running.
What light from yonder window breaks?
And then you just gotta get your phones configured. Which admittedly does sometimes cause trouble, depending on what they are. If they're like old Cisco stuff that's meant to be used with, I forget what Cisco's server is called for phones, but if it's meant to be used with that, those can be a pain. I mean, free PBX you can run on any on any x86 system, and it'll work just fine. In fact, I most of the time I have it virtualized, and my one that's in the cloud is virtualized on Linode. What is he calling the pen? Is this the pen? No. Getting lost in the level. But oh, is that the pen? What are we calling the pen? That must be the pen. Okay. Do. No! Oh, cool. I can get under him. It's kind of fun. Do. There's 5 of these things? Do. Where else would I be if I was an elephant that wanders around? Door looks like it can be blown up. I don't think we've learned climb yet, have we? Nope. Maybe we can't finish this yet. I will say this though, outside of um, outside of a school environment where, you know, there are hundreds of rooms that all need to communicate with one another, I've really found that phone technology has all but gone out the window. That said, you could build a pretty cool app. Like, because you can also do text messaging with them. There's cheaper services to do that with. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I don't want to keep running around here. The other thing I'll mention is if you're doing it for phone line replacement purposes, be mindful of whatever regulations you have around 911. They'll have E911 services, but sometimes they get really particular about how those lines are battery backed up, or like if you're hooking it up to an elevator, it's got to be hooked up a certain way. Like, there's all sorts of fun things. Or if it's hooked up to a fire system. So, you got to be careful with some of it. If you're interlinking buildings, you better make sure that a phone call coming from one building gets the right address versus the phone call coming from another building. Nothing like sending the fire department to the wrong school. So is that what I have, or what I will get? Must be what I have, because this is empty, right? Oh yeah, definitely what I have already. Let's see, what else is there to talk about today? Got my taxes done. That wasn't exciting. I ended up owing a lot of money. I don't like owing money. I'm gonna have to adjust my withholdings or something. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff for that. If you ever look into Asterisk, which is the underlying software for free PBX, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. You want to record all your calls, just have it pass through your PBX. Then have it transcribe it, send it to OpenAI or something, and then have it summarize it, and then every one of your phone calls will get summarized and logged.
Spyro, the Ice Wizards have imprisoned our leader, Shaman Tuck. Can you help us rescue him? It is urgent. He has our tickets to tonight's hockey game in Colossus Valley.
In fact, one of my students...
If you get on the catapult, we'll help you.
Sure, why not? One of my students took knowledge of free PBX. It wasn't... well, I should say Asterisk, because I think he actually went a little lower level. Asterisk plus Red 5, which is a Flash media server back in the day. I think they're still around. I haven't used them for anything lately. And he combined the two, and he made a system that allowed churches, or really anybody, to live stream their services, and for people who didn't have the internet, namely older people, they could even call in on a phone line and listen to the service either live or after it was finished, which was kind of cool. I don't know if he's still doing that. I should find out. But he would go, like, for a long time, he was traveling across the nation installing these setups in a whole bunch of different churches. It's kind of cool. It was really cool, actually. He started putting that together. I think he was a senior in high school, maybe a junior. And then when he got to college, it just kind of became his main thing. Emergency notification system for the family. If someone calls a phone number and types in a passcode, it could send a notification to me. Huh? Not a bad idea. I'm actually overdue to mess around with my PBX. So this is one of those, I start projects sometimes, see Disney Magic Bands, and don't fully get them completed for one reason or another. And so, long ago, I got a 1-800 number for my business, like 25 years ago. I've had this number forever.
Hello there, Spyro.
And, it was costing me, I want to say like 40 bucks a month. Nothing insane, but it was something. And,
Now,
I figured out that it was going to cost me $1 a month if I moved it to my SIP trunk and got it all set up. And so I did that. I did all the transfer stuff. Ooh, actually, that reminds me, I just did my Skype number too. I gotta check that one. But I never actually took the time to map the phone number into my PBX. So if you end up calling the number, which I don't really use anywhere anymore, it just goes to this line is not connected.
careful on the other side of that bridge. I don't
Yeah,
want
I'm nice and old.
bad to happen to my favorite customer.
Nice and old. Young at heart, though. But getting older quickly. It's the daily video gaming. That's what keeps me young. Except I'm not playing what the young kids are playing, apparently. I'm not playing that Roblox game.
Thanks, Spyro. Just hold tight for a second.
You win. What'd you win, Cassandra? Sorry.
Oh,
You mean about the Magic Band? Yes, you do win. Oh yeah, I'll never stop playing cool projects. I get bored too easily. If my my desk is any indication on the number of projects I have going.
Oh, you'd think those guys could have got me out of here without rolling a 2-ton snowball onto my head.
Nope. Do. Look, I'm not doing a very good job getting whatever I need in this world, but whatever. Yes, you did win the bet. Disney has not contacted me about my Magic Band, other than that they closed the case. So we'll get you your sticker. I just need to know where I'm mailing it, or I can give it to Ninja Weasel and he can mail it or something. Very disappointed that Disney didn't get it back to me. Makes me sad. I really didn't want to lose that Magic Band. And the worst part about it was I had a solution to help me prevent losing it. For a long time I had one of those, they have a name for them. They're not wrist savers, but they're little things that you put over the Magic Band to hold it together. And I had an annual pass holder one that I borrowed to my daughter when she went down in August, and she didn't give it back to me when she came home. So I didn't have it. So I was going to 3D print a new one with some TPA or whatever it is. TPL? TP? Whatever the flexible stuff is. And I never got around to doing it, which was a mistake, because it might have saved my Magic Band. Sounds good, Cass. TPU. Thank you. That's how much my brain isn't working. I've also been told that TPU puts off, like, worse fumes than other things, so I probably shouldn't, like, be in the office while I'm printing it. Says the guy who breathes, you know, solder for fun. Do. I should get a vent hood and install it in my office. That would be brilliant. Worse fumes while it's warm? From the TPU or from the solder? I mean, the answer's probably both. But yeah, I just wouldn't print while I'm in the room. Yeah, the TPU. I was looking, so Bamboo, company that made the 3D printer that I have, just announced another new one that's coming out in like a month. And it has dual extruders so that you don't have to, what's the term? You don't have to, filament swap whenever you do color changes, which would be awesome. And it has a module that you can add on to do laser cutting and regular cutting too. I bought my thing just a little too soon. Which game, Cassandra? Good game to all the games. What'd you guys play after I left? By the way, I really enjoy the that Twitch co-streaming stuff now. Like, I would love to do that even more than I already have. I'm like hooked on it. Gotta find an excuse to co-stream with tech. There won't be a valid excuse for that I can come up with, but it would be an amazing thing. At least for me. Probably not for you, tech. Just so we're clear. Captain Flip? I haven't played Captain Flip. Might have to go back and watch the VOD. That's where we came from. Wait, is this the one we turned on? No. Oh, that's the cannon. How have I not hit it? I feel like it's right there. Maybe it's further away. Objects in me are further away than it seems. There's one there too. Can I hit that one blind? Here, let's go straight up. Nope. I have to get creative with some of this, I think. Sounds good. Enjoy the practice. I will certainly do that. If I get anywhere that legitimately gets somewhere, I will send it to you. Oh, I see what's going on. These things put him out.
Those landlubbers have littered these metal spike mines all over the harbor. If you can clear them out, I'll give you this orb.
Okay. Back to hunting mines, I guess. That's where we came from. Is that a gem down there? No. I feel like I'm playing World of Warcraft. Getting on a boat and going to Kalamador. So you working tonight, Cassandra? Okay, I know where the last one is. Hearing noises. Yeah. Big catapult. Well, let's jump on. I think these levels are definitely bigger too. I appreciate that. Almost done? That's good. Boat that runs on firewood. I like it. It's the end of the level.
Thanks for getting our ship fired up, Spyro. Now we can proceed with...
Doing a good job getting through levels. We're just not doing a good job getting the bonuses. Okay, so where is that last one that we saw? It was way down low. Gotta figure out how to hit it. Shot here apparently and got some gems. Let's see, what else happened today? I didn't really pay attention to the news, so I don't know if... I did check the Minecraft thing, and Paper does have a build right now that does support 125. They haven't released an official build yet, so... So no upgrade yet, but soon, hopefully. Hey, we got it.
Thanks, Spyro.
Oh, it teleported me. I do appreciate that, but I kind of wanted to go get those gems that I just unlocked. Okay, where are the other ones? Oh, there's only one other one. Never mind. See where this takes us. Up.
How lucky for me that you came along. My machinery is broken, and the gears I need to repair it are scattered all over the tracks. Can you hop on that truck?
Cool. Sounds like a fun one. This reminds me of something. I don't know what. Donkey Kong Country, maybe? No, that was only 17.
With the trolley, eh? Well, use the left stick.
Press the... Oh, there is a cannon. I missed that. That was kind of an important thing. I jumped.
Trouble with the trolley.
At least I'm not losing a life every time I do this. But 50 is a lot.
Trouble with the trolley.
Just go all the way to normal. Yep, there we go. Make sure we don't miss any out of silliness.
trolley, eh?
I'm just bad. That's all there is to it.
Stick to change.
Punishment is I have to listen to that guy. I don't know. I'm just bad. That's all there is to it. Wonder if there are more than 50 gears. Or if the whole path is a circle. I jumped! Maybe if I fire the cannon instead, maybe that's the problem. Which one's cannon? That one. Oh, see, that one wasn't so there is... Okay, I understand what's going on now. Jump small one, shoot big one. So it's not the same thing every time. That's the takeaway. Okay, so that's a loop. Oh, that was a shoot. Well, that's the furthest we've gotten yet. Spend the whole night on this part of the level. I feel like we should talk about something. I just don't know what. So I don't understand how I get... Oh, maybe that's how. Wait, isn't this the beginning again? Yes. Something with this... Oh, there we go. I tried doing that earlier, and every time I shot it, I must have missed.
Trolley, eh? Well,
I'm just bad, apparently. Just lousy.
with the trolley, eh? Well, use the...
I don't think the trouble's with the trolley. I think the trouble's with the dragon. He's not old enough to have a driver's license. I jumped!
Trouble with it.
You had a kid ask you if you played Minecraft and if I should create a server with him? Interesting question. What did you say? You say, I already play on a server called MCOD. You're welcome if you can be family friendly and not destroy everything. What prompted a Minecraft conversation, though? Were you wearing a Minecraft shirt? Were you talking about the updates with somebody else and they were eavesdropping? I guess that's progress. 12 away. Wait. Oh.
Trouble with the trolley, eh? Well,
Just asked you out of the
use
blue.
left stick to change lane.
This is a high schooler? Oh. Maybe if I don't pay attention, I'll do better. Sometimes video games are like that for me. Gotta let the other half of my brain do the work. Ah, too soon.
Trouble with
Middle
the
school.
trolley, eh?
Something about that conversation that feels like it was probably a little awkward. Do. No, we missed it. We're at 37 again, though. Come on. No!
Trouble with the trolley, eh? Well, use the left stick to change.
Okay, I've learned something, though. On that run, I at least learned something. It was awkward. Yeah. Do. Do. Oh, I wanted to go the other way.
Trouble.
We should do predictions. Will JJ finish this before 7 o'clock? Probably not. 7:15? A little more likely. Do. Probably shouldn't go that way. Gotta rethink this. Okay, this is just a circle. Now we gotta flip the gate again. Why didn't it go left?
With the trolley, eh?
I hit left. I swear I did. This is very true, Cassandra. Very, very true. It is good that you know that. Do. I'm not sure where I am now. Okay, we're back at getting there. Gotta be close, but I think we missed one. Yep, we missed one. It's okay. We missed it again. Maybe it's gotta be TNT or something. So that we don't jump. Got it.
That was
Woo!
good work, Spyro.
Hey, it's 7 o'clock.
Start fixing my machines. Here, I don't have room in my toolbox for this thing anymore.
Okay. I think we can leave this level now. No, I didn't want to play it again. Here, we'll just crash.
Trouble with the truck.
Done with work? Well, have a safe trip home. If it's something you would enjoy, get Dairy Queen on the way home. Why not? It sounds like a tasty treat. Or be like me and get Chick-fil-A, because that's what I do. I don't know why. I'm just suggesting weird things. They're better than magic cards. Fire! Bum 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 bum. Going to the store. Okay, well, have fun. Oh, there is a part of me that wants to spend a little bit of time tonight trying to fix that texture pack again. But I think you guys would all be bored. Oh, are you going to teach me to climb finally?
Well, I bet a rich dragon like
Yes, please.
won't regret it. Okay, use the left stick to move up and down. Press the jump.
We made it to the top. Now we can go anywhere. Okay, maybe not, but... Do, 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 do. It's a lollipop. Interesting.
Hello, Spyro.
Hello.
My Handle and I have been sent here to blow at this castle, but Handle got caught by these evil soldiers, and I'm stuck out here. If you can open...
Tech, if you're still listening, do you have a preferred variable power supply in your life? Yeah. Yep, like a bench power supply. Something that I could use, you know, to generate voltages, say, up to... I don't think I'd really need to go past 45. I haven't really gone shopping for one yet, but I do think I'm going to buy one in my future. It'd be cool if it had, like, a button or something, or... Oh, it'd be cool if it had USB power. That's just 5 volts, so, I mean, you can make an adapter for that. That's not a big deal. Okay. I was just curious. I was deciding that doing the crazy stuff that I've been doing with to supply power to various things, I should probably, you know, stop being silly with it and get something that has some, you know, protections and can do all the voltage levels that I'd want. How should I do your home network? You were thinking Ubiquity, but it's not cheap. What are we calling not cheap? How much do you... Okay, let me start with this question. How many access points do you want? And what speed do you need? I agree. I agree, Tech. I've been dragging my feet on it far too long. But yeah, we can do free tech advice. I'm for everything. You want 1 access point and 10 gigabits per... There isn't 10 gigabit per second Wi-Fi. Unless I've... Well, that might entirely be true. Many wired connections. Okay, well, since you asked, you want to know what I would buy? I will show you. Let's go shopping. eBay.com. Desktop. Okay, welcome to eBay. So, access points. I would get IAP. Let me see what 320. 325 is AX. 325 IP 325. I need the description. Here, I'll just Google it here and see what it says. Okay, so let's try 425. I think the 425s have AX. Maybe. What are they on anyway? Didn't they just change the whole naming thing? Yeah, they're on like AP21. What replaced the IAP 325? .535 is a unified, so 535 maybe replaced it? Let's try that. 535. That doesn't even come up. Google, you fail me with your AI. Okay, so there's a 535. So what's 535 doing these days? Da, da, da. 4x4. Those are 305s, 535, 535. I want to know what the specs are. IAP 535 specs. So they were Wi-Fi 6 802.11ax. Okay. So, and I want to make this very clear. There is a huge difference between the AP 535 and what should be the IAP 535. Assuming that there is an IAP 535. I'm not seeing one, which bothers me. I'm only seeing an AP. So I might be wrong on this. Why are they all... Is there no such thing as an IAP 535? IAP 535. So what I'm trying to get at is I would look at whatever the last generation is, or whatever generation you feel you need for your home. So is this what replaced it, this instant on? So this might be too new, because now we're paying full price. I would get whatever the last generation is of commercial grade access points, and I'll show you one other option to go. So Ruckus, what did I just order? Let me pull this out here. My orders. Oh, where's my orders? Bids and offers recently viewed. Why doesn't it show my purchases? My purchase history. What did I just buy? Ooh, R730. So here's an R730. This is an 802.11ax. So the downside to this one, why you couldn't just buy this one, is because you would also need a controller to go with it. But you get like, if you get something like this, you don't need 4 or 5. You would maybe, I mean, honestly, you could probably get by with 1. These are like the things they put in stadiums, and they can handle hundreds, if not 1,000 devices connected to them. They're 4 by. I think this one's 4 by 4 by 4. I might be wrong on that. And it's got antenna beam forming and all that fun stuff. So you get maybe 1 or 2 of these and a controller to go with it. And you'd probably end up paying about $300 for all of it, because you'll probably pay $100 for the controller, and then if you get 2 access points, another $100. There are walls and concrete in the way. Yeah, I don't think I can understate how different consumer grade stuff or prosumer, like I would consider you, if I was going to go and buy something off the shelf, it would probably be Ubiquiti. They are a good like I will call them the prosumer of wireless access points. But enterprise grade stuff is, at least in my mind, on another level of insanity. The problem, though, is you have to know how to configure it, and it doesn't just work out of the box. Like if like I said, if you bought just this one, you would have a problem because it needs a controller. And without the controller, it's going nowhere. And then as far as Ethernet and all that fun stuff, if you're not looking to pay a ton of money, in fact, I'm gonna just go to my order history again, because it would be what I would be looking for today. Purchase history. I spend too much time on eBay buying weird old stuff. You guys can see my purchase history here. So this would be an example of the Aruba controller. If you go there is an Aruba controller route you can go. You don't need it if you have the IAPs, but so like this one doesn't need a controller. This one does, and then the access points that go with that one would need it. Wait, it wasn't that long ago that I ordered. What did I order? So a Zone Director ZD3000, I got that for $110. Considering that was probably like 10 grand when it first came out. Let's see what the retail price on it was. That's a... Yeah, and I have 100 licenses. it was 10,000, 3,000 with less licenses. Still, that's insane that I got it for $100. That's how technology rolls, though. Oh, this right here, Brocade ICX 7250. There are probably some other good options out there. This one has two SFP plus ports, or no, 8 SSP. Yeah, I can't remember. Is this for your house or work? This was all for work, but my house is running Aruba's. I haven't upgraded them yet. It's on my list of things to do, but I'm running Aruba. I think I have 235s, and they cap out at, I think, 600 Mbps, but they've been running nonstop for probably, well, since we moved in. I haven't changed them since we moved in. They're the same ones I've had, and I'm not dropping anything. And my performance, and this is, I'll say this is actually what made me realize there was such a difference. Before we moved to this house, I was using the normal Comcast. No, I wasn't. I had a router, a Wi-Fi router of some sort. It wasn't a Linksys, but it was something, maybe a Netgear or something. And my Netflix, even though I had the speeds and the speed test would be okay, my Netflix would go bleh. But I would need a router, a switch, and some access points. Yeah, I mean, your modem is possibly a router, depending on what you have. But yes, as far as router goes, I just go get like a normal. It depends. If my modem can be the router, I go that route. If my modem can't be the router, I don't have the Comcast modem, because it doesn't have good output. Although it does have 2.5 gigabit Ethernet out now. So I might have to reconsider that soon. But this is what I got the last time I bought a Switch. I would probably get the smaller version, the 24 port, if I were to do it again. 2x10 gig. Again, Brocade does typically require licenses to run the dang Switch. However, Brocade has end of life to this particular one and made the licenses free. So again, it takes a little bit more research, that kind of thing. But I absolutely love it. I this Switch is amazing, and again, I paid $85 for what was probably $1,000 Switch when it was new, and it performs way better than pretty much anything else I would be able to buy. That said, if I was buying it for the long haul right now, I would probably see if I could find something that has 2.5 Ethernet, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet switch. And let's just do 24 port PoE. See what comes up. 24 2.5 Ethernet. I don't know this brand. What is this brand? I don't know how I feel about this one. This is unbranded. What else do we got? Do we got anything branded? Adtran. Unmanaged. I don't like unmanaged. But then again, I'm very particular. Tech yells at me about that. And by yells, I mean he writes in the chat box, and I just assume that he's yelling. He doesn't actually yell. 24. That's too much. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like getting the higher end Ubiquiti stuff or getting higher end stuff at all is expensive. You get the commercial grade stuff, the stuff that's used in businesses, and you go one generation back, and it sells for dirt cheap because your general home consumer doesn't know it exists and doesn't know how to get it running. And on top of that, then the commercial world doesn't want it anymore because it's one generation back. And they don't like to buy used in a lot of these places. So like what you can get for the money is ridiculous sometimes. I have a feeling a 2.5 gig switch that is high quality is gonna be hard to find for cheap, because that would be something that most people would still have in service at this point. Although this is Juniper, no, that's $795 for the Switch. Yeah, that's a little too much. Especially when gigabit is going to probably meet your need for the foreseeable future. I mean, 2.5 is nice, but like I'm guessing you max out on Comcast at 1.2, and Comcast probably isn't giving you a modem that even allows 1.2 downloads, at least not over Ethernet, unless you have the newer modem from them. Yeah, so I mean, if your internet is going to be capped at those speeds, what's the point in putting 10 gigabit everywhere? Unless you're tech and you're doing a whole bunch of video editing between 3 different consoles, I don't think you're doing that. So you get gigabit now and wait for the 2.5 stuff to get cheap. Or the 10 gig stuff to get cheap. One of the two. So like, Brocade 24 port PoE 300 watt. So that's a 324 SFP fiber. Nope, that's not what you want. $45. Can this do 10 gig on the other side? I like how it says Brocade, but the label's Tenda. I'd have to research that. This looks unmanaged too. Maybe, maybe not. And it wasn't PoE. And it doesn't have to be Brocade. Brocade's just one brand that I've recently fallen in love with. They're a little bit of a pain to work with. What is it? Cisco 24 port PoE 300 watt. What is it? Small business class SBC 300, I think. What's the model? We don't want Catalyst. I mean, you could, if you were going to try to get Cisco certified, get a Catalyst and learn how to run the Catalyst stuff, because Cisco speaks its own little language, and it's not the funnest stuff in the world to manage. Meraki stuff's a little bit better. Cisco Meraki. SF300. Was that $37? Oh, I might buy this one. Except for, well, it says 24p, so it should be the PoE one. Oh no, 24 port. It should be SFP 300. Is it SFP? Or no, it's SF 324 PoE. I can never remember all the little acronyms. Maybe it's PP. That's 10100. That's not right. I don't think the SF300 is what I want. SBC 300? I don't know why we're shopping for this stuff but I don't know, I enjoy it too much. C3, I don't know that one. That might not be bad though. But it's 4x1 gig SFP. I would rather have 4x10 gig if I could get it. That way you could do some fiber networking down the road if you wanted. Ooh, this one right here. How much are they charging? Ooh, that's not bad. So 24p K9, 24 port, gigabit, 4 port, gigabit PoE stackable, meaning you could get multiple of these things and link them together. I don't know what the wattage is on this one. Uh, 4 amps at 24. It sounds like 100 watts. That sounds low. Oh, is it not 24 port PoE? No, it looks like it. Why? I want to look up this. I'm going to look up this model. That's the downside to doing this method, though. You got to look up and see exactly what you're buying, because they are all just a little bit different. And like this K9 makes a ton of difference. And there's no P on this one. So this is not the same one we were just looking at. It's meant for dogs. Something like that. This one looks like the one we might have been looking at. 375 watt power. So if it is an SG500X, let's go back to eBay. Where did that go? SG500X 24P K9. SG500X 24P K9 has 24 gigabit PoE plus ports with 375 watts of power, which means you could basically plug something PoE into every one of those ports. Brand new, this thing was $2,000. It's got enough switching capacity in it probably to handle anything that you might want to do. This is not the same one. I keep flicking back. So for a switch, this thing's a beast. Again, I would read the description, make sure that it looks okay. Used good functional condition, hardware data sanitized. Yay. Although I prefer them not to sanitize them because it's way more fun to see what they get left with. Like in terms of licenses and stuff. And this one shouldn't have any. It should have a web interface that can be fully managed. So you could do VLANs with this thing. So I'm just, like I said, this is, I'm not suggesting that you get these exact items necessarily. They would be good. But if you're looking for bang for buck and you want to play around and maybe learn some things about commercial networking and stuff like that, do it. Build a home lab. Get high-end commercial stuff. But It'll be a little bit more work. It can be a little terrifying. Every now and then, I will admit, every now and then, I buy something I shouldn't. And most of the time, well, actually, I'll say this: the last time it happened, it wasn't even my fault. I ordered exactly what I wanted, and they didn't ship me what I ordered because they didn't understand the difference. They must have copied an eBay listing or something, and they didn't understand that there was a difference between an IAP 325 and an IAP and an AP 325, and there is a major difference between the two. And so they shipped me 30 AP 325s instead of 30 IAP 325s, and I should have known that something was wrong because the price was absolutely too good to be true. Like, even in terms of like modern pricing, or like in eBay pricing. But I ordered it anyway, and it ended up working out because I ended up buying the controller I needed to run them. But I would look at Aruba or Ruckus. And I would look at Brocade or Cisco small business class for switches if I was going commercial hardware. And you can get cheap AX stuff now, which is sweet. It's a little harder to find, but it does exist. Which makes me wonder what comes after AX, because I haven't done my research. It must exist for it to be cheap. That is the Switch and the APs, but still need some sort of controller. If you're going Ruckus or you're going AP with Aruba, you would need a controller. And it would have to be a controller compatible with the APs. If you're going IAP, the controller is built, IAP Aruba, the controller is built in to the APs. That's the difference between two. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Avoid, that is actually something I would avoid. Anything that requires, so, I haven't seen Ubiquities. I haven't played with it, so I can't really speak to it. But, oh, who was it? Open, they don't even exist anymore. That's how, like, bad isn't the right word, but how lame they are. But there was a wireless company, an AP company called Open Mesh. They got bought by, I don't know, it's not important. They got bought by somebody, and their access points were 100% cloud-based. So the first thing they would do is check in and authenticate against this cloud. And the problem is that when they got bought out, the people who bought them, well, they essentially end-of-lifed the access points, and then 2 years later, they end-of-lifed the web portal. So all of a sudden, you couldn't do anything with your access points because they depended on this cloud thing. So yeah, I would be very, very, like, I would do if you're gonna get something that's cloud-based, I would be very careful and mindful that it can operate without any, it can be configured and operate without internet. Because that was a nightmare. And I was so glad when we got rid of them. So glad. I was not responsible for the purchase, the original purchase. It was something that I took over. And it was one of those things where the school, that was a while ago now, but when the school called me up, they were like, our internet is not so great and we just paid like $5 grand for it. And I got there and I saw what they had and I was like, okay, well, I can probably make these work better than they're working now because they weren't set up all that well in the first place. but as soon as I can replace them,
Hey,
I
Spyro,
I want to put
we
something
used
better in.
flags to prove our secret mission was successful. But the
And
flags kept stealing them.
they're like, how much is that going to cost? And I go, about
Now,
800
you
bucks.
could bring the flags back.
They're like, what?
Secret
I'm
decoder.
like, yeah, I would have bought you commercial grade, better commercial grade stuff. It would have been used, but you wouldn't have cared because it would have worked. I should have listened to whatever that little kid said, but so the last time I used Ubiquity, the cloud thing, and I could be wrong on this, it's been 4 years. I still have I have Ubiquity Air Fiber, which that doesn't require the cloud. But the last time I used it, you could set up a software controller like on a PC in your house, and that could act as the controller without needing to use the cloud stuff. I don't know if that's still true. But that was how it worked like 10 years ago. Or 5 years ago. It wasn't that long. It was right before COVID was the last time I did it. But I've heard, now I'm going to come at this from a different angle for a moment. I have heard good things about Google's Mesh, which is a home thing, and I guess I don't even know if it exists anymore, but I had heard that it is actually pretty dang good at what it does. And while I'm not a huge fan of mesh nets, if they're done right, they can work great. Okay, what does he want?
My ugly sister was supposed to get the flags.
Shoot the flag, return the handle with the flags. Is that what I've been doing? I guess I don't know. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Yep, it can be a lot of fun, and you get to learn cool things too along the way, which is
escaped from the Avalar
good.
Zoo, and I've been sent here to catch them, but they keep throwing coconuts at me. Great, just charge the tree before I get. Ow! Great, just charge the tree before.
Okay, maybe I gotta stay with him, because maybe he's capturing the monkey. Okay, I think I understand the concept. I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. Ow! I have a barrel of monkeys here. Do-do-do. Yeah, that's exciting. And for me, Wi-Fi is one of those things where I just want it to work. Like, it just has to keep working. All the time. No dropping my Internet of Things. Oh, wait, what?
Great, just charge.
Cheated. Mhm. Do. Yep, not a bad idea. So VLANs do require you to have a switch that can handle them. And if you're gonna start setting up VLANs, then you also need to understand with the router. Because the router is also going to come into play if you're gonna try to isolate stuff. That's a little bit more involved, but...
Thanks for your help, Spyro. Please take this. One of the monkeys.
Do. The fact that cheetah is constantly requiring me to do things for him before he gets the stuff that we're trying to collect as a team makes me think that he's not really part of the team. Got those flags. Which flag did we miss? That was fun. Okay, that looks like it goes back. Maybe I'm not understanding what that kid wants me to do. It's very possible. Do. Looks like a different girl.
Spyro, you make a great secret agent. Now Handle and I can complete.
Oh, she's the end of the level. Okay. I still don't understand the flag thing. Let's go look at that one more time. See if we can complete this level. More than the others. He won't talk to me, though. Oh, do I have to shoot them?
So, you want that flag, eh, Dragon? Well, two can play at this bombing game. Let's go.
Avoid the flag keeper's bombs. Return the flag to Handle. Do I have the flag? Not so bad.
Great, but there's...
Oh, I gotta do that a few times. I understand now. Do. Oh! Almost got me with that one. That's 2.
You're so close, Spyro. Just...
One more flag, they say. One more flag. I feel like I'm taking the long way. Look up.
You won't get my last.
Let's go. Oh.
All right.
Do. What games have mini games that are so good that the mini games themselves could, in theory, have been the game? Are there games in that category? You gotta be kidding me. I was right there.
You won't beat me. All right.
Really? Super Mario 3D Land? Okay.
All right. You won't beat me. All right.
I'm trying to think of a game that would fall into that category for me. Well, that's fair. Yep. I feel like there were games... Like, I can remember booting up Donkey Kong Country when I was a kid on the Super Nintendo just to play the minecart levels. That's the second time I died right there.
All right.
Blah.
All right.
And I can remember, and this doesn't make it a good mini game, but I can remember playing the Millennial Fair on Chrono Trigger all by itself for a very, very long time, multiple times. Let's not screw this jump up this time. There we go. Yay!
Great job, Agent Spyro. How can we repay?
Yay, an orb! We're doing a little better on the orbs tonight, I think. Okay, where are we going? This way. Do 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 do. How the kid's gonna get out of this one? Superpowers? Are they the Maximoff twins? Oh my gosh, they are! How's it going? It's going pretty good. How about you, Mrs. Buggy? Just having a nice chill Wednesday. Playing some Spyro, talking about commercial grade Wi-Fi equipment. Not anymore. Rich and cheesy left. But it was fun while it lasted. I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to be like, yes! Because I think tomorrow I don't have meetings. Let me check. Wednesday night church, it was good evening. That sounds fun. Yep, no meetings tomorrow. I love that. No meetings on Friday either right now. I got a good 2 days coming up. I like it when I don't have meetings. Wednesday night church. That brings me back. This is going to sound a little bit funny, but would you believe me if I said I think I dream about church more than anything else? It's a very weird thing to say, but I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I'm not sure you remember half your dreams. I don't. I don't remember a majority of my dreams. I'm certain of it. And a lot of, in fact, where is that? Hold on. So I remembered most of my dreams, and they were super weird. Only when you were pregnant. Huh. So I've always attributed being able to remember dreams to being half asleep, which meant that, typically speaking, I would only remember dreams when I was waking up. So, like, dreams I have in the middle of the night, I don't remember those, right? It's always the ones that I must be having right before I wake up, or as I'm waking up, or whatever. And one of the things that I try to do now, because the other problem is, even if I wake up and I can remember that I was dreaming and I can remember the dream I was having, if I don't document it, it does not survive my short-term memory. Like, I'll remember it for like a very short period of time, and then it's gone, right? Like, it's just, my brain doesn't hold on to it. And there was one dream, there was one dream where I woke up in the middle of the night and I wrote down, here it is, I found it. I opened notes on my phone, like half asleep, and I wrote down what I was hoping were notes that would help remember what the dream was. And I wasn't typing very well because I was half asleep. This is what it says. It says, noted secret society challenges a word I can't understand, French Victorian young I don't know what that word is either. Young boy, gambling, other children, word I can't read, aged. Like, it is. I noted secret society challenges something French Victorian young something boy, gambling, other children, something aged. And it was just, I woke up the next morning thinking it was an amazing dream and I should write it down because it would make an amazing video game. Like, I remember that part of the thought process. And I went and I looked back at my notes and couldn't figure out what it meant at all. Which makes me wonder if it was really as good as my brain thought it was too. So, but I don't know. Brain is a funny thing. That's out of all the things. Like, I've enjoyed reading studies about people who have had the bridge damaged or intentionally cut in half. Do you know what I'm talking about? And instead of it like disabling half of the brain, you end up with two distinct personalities. It's like cutting a worm in half and ending up with a second worm. It's really weird to think that that's how our brain ends up playing the game. And yet, when you really think about it too much, it makes a lot of sense. In a weird way. Oh, what do I need? This is the door, isn't it?
Oh, Spyro, hello. I'm having trouble with this door, but I think some orb power might unstick it.
Oh, look at that. We unstuck an orb. I feel like that's the boss world for this place. Maybe. Or maybe that is.
I can let you into the little castle over there in exchange. No one's been through that portal in years. I never thought I'd find a sucker.
Is this a flying one? I bet it's a flying one. I don't know what Blake's. Is that what the bridge is called? The Corpus Callosum? Callosum? Things I can't remember. Yeah, just weird. It's weird stuff. Oh, this doesn't look like a flying level. Interesting.
Spyro, it's a good thing you're here. I've been trying to get a berry out of this magic berry bush. But if you charge or flame the bush.
I can't eat the berries. That's a bummer. Oh, I want a sword. Oh. Guess that's not an option. This bird is on fire. Ow! Hippo attacked me. do 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 do. I don't like when I have to use the X button. Me and the X button don't get along. Mostly because apparently I don't remember how to do it. There we go. Those are the hippos from Super Mario Wonder? Probably a point to those dynamite ones, but I never really understand what it is. Sure, this has a purpose. Ah. Seriously, Hippo? Feels like the ending. Here, let's leave and oh, there we go.
We reached the Great Berry Bush. Now we can eat berries all.
Ooh, it's a magic lamp. Now I get 3 wishes.
Spyro, 3 thieves have stolen our magical brass lamps. Please get the lamps before they take them away from.
Seems like too much effort. I want to see if we can figure out how to unlock the world.
Huh?
Do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't think I want to fall off that bridge.
Would you like me to take you to a world where you can find a new talisman? Great. I'll take...
This, so we're clear. We go through here, we're gonna end up in a new... Or is this the boss? Do. Guess we'll find out. Didn't seem very nice.
Well, hello there, Mr. Dragon. You're pretty cute for a quadruped. I wish I could take you on a tour of our temple, but a bunch of lousy earth shapers have encased it in stone.
Okay. The music has come back. Every time.
Thank you for releasing me.
So it's like the dragons, but on a much smaller scale. Whoa, that tree like attacked me. I see another one. 6 of them, huh? Didn't think I was gonna hear bagpipes on stream tonight. Just goes to show you, you never can tell what's gonna happen here. Oh, there's one right there. Probably some on the lower level would be my guess. Maybe not. Ramming them is not enough. Nothing behind the house. Doorway we can't go through yet. there's one. One more.
It's great to be free. Now,
I like the way that guy gets vaporized. It's kind of fun. Definitely need more. If I ever make a video game or a remake of Cheese Nips Rescue, trees that go up in flames, I think has to be on the list. That's just fun. Make a whole game around that, maybe. We'll call it Forest Burning Simulator.
now that you have rescued all the satyrs and fractured...
Wait, did that statue appear out of nowhere? Oops. Nowhere. And lead me good directions to the temple. Sorry, pig.
Oh, hi,
Ah, there we go.
Dragon Boy. You're probably expecting me to say, "You're my hero. Thanks for saving poor, helpless little me." Sorry, short stuff. I was only in here because I like the peace and quiet. Anyway, the other fawns wanted me to give you this talisman.
Well, she doesn't like me. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay, so we got a lot of levels. Magma Cone. I don't think we've been there yet. But I think we've made good progress on the night. I'm pretty happy with it. Summer Forest. Wait. Summer Forest, one of them? Guidebook? Oh, Summer Forest is where we came from. But this door.
Would you like me to take you to a world where you can find a new talisman? Great. I'll take...
Oh, she's just dumping me to portals I haven't done yet. That makes sense. Okay. Well, we're going to wrap it up there for the night, I think. Appreciate you guys all hanging out tonight. Let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we should be here per the usual routine. We'll probably continue with Spyro, unless either A, I make amazing progress on Magic Bands, or B, just really need to code, or C, Minecraft releases something cool, or D, somebody says, hey, JJDB210, do you want to co-stream with me tonight? And then I'll be like, well, let me think about that. Because I would really love to do some more co-streaming, because it's kind of fun. So, hi, and bye. Yep, so we're signing off. We're going to go head over to Ninja Weasel Plays, who is the official after party of the JJDB210 show. Is that our name? I don't. Maybe we have a different name these days. I don't really know. So with all of that, as we say, hi Charles, bye Charles, hi everybody, bye everybody. Stay healthy, stay safe, and well, until next trip. See ya. I mean, see ya. No, get out of here. You shouldn't be here anymore. Go with the raid. See ya.